everybody, I am X-Flamed Assassin, or Nigel, and I'm going to teach you how to make a Twitch.tv banner. Okay, so this is a little prototype I quickly whacked up. I'm going to try to recreate it. I'm going to do it in my own style. It's probably not going to be not as good, but we'll see how it's going to turn out. This is going to be just a beginner trial of how to make it. And I'll be using Penix's pack of abstract art and logos, which will all be in the description, and all the fonts and all the crazy stuff I used to make it will all be in the description. If I missed it, please leave it in the comments, and also leave this video a nice like. Okay, so right now, we're going to start with a little space-themed kind of thing. Now it's a little bit too HD, that's going to make it look fake, so we're going to add a blur to it. Blur. Gaussian blur. Just not as much, but about 1.3 pixels of blur. Now what we probably want to add is a lighting effect. This lighting effect in the corner. And then we're going to stretch it out a little bit over it. That'll be fine. We're going to overlay it. So I'm just going to stretch it out a bit more. This corner here, we're going to fade it out by rasterizing it. Then we're just going to erase the edge. The flow is about 11%, by the way. Just gonna fade it out to the end. And this is okay, but it's not what I'm looking for. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna color correct it. Now how are we gonna do that? We're gonna use Alt, and then we're gonna click on this half black, half white circle on the bottom of your layers tab. Then gonna hold it and go up to hue and saturation. Use previous layer as a clipping mask. And click OK. Then now we're going to color correct it to anything we would like it to be. I more prefer a dark purple kind of thing, representing space. Maybe a little bit of lightness to shed the lighting effects off. There we go. Well, the next thing we'll probably want to do is get a little bit of a small lighting effect. Put it here. Then we're probably going to put it on a nice screen. Get our eraser tool out. Erase the corners, the edges, the rough edges, make sure it looks completely natural. Fade it out a bit. There we go. Let's go back to our background layer here. Filter, render, lighting effect. Put it down to the bottom. Click OK. Yeah. Makes the top a little bit darker. And for that I could edit our adjustments a little bit. Lighting a little bit up. There we go. Now, what we would add next now? Well, to complete the background, just a titsy bit, we're going to add a grunge. Well, this grunge is different from the rest because it's a little bit more digital. Now this is underneath our lighting layer. There we go. Then we're going to overlay it. Yes, this will look fine. Change the lighting effect a bit. Now, something different here. What we're missing here is we need the text. Of course, the text. Now we're gonna put it in the top corner, and we're just gonna write a little text. Are you ready for the? Drag it down a bit. And then we're gonna put in just a little text I made in Cinema 4D. The experience. Put it above everything. If you're a little bit fancy, you might want to duplicate the layer. Control Z to undo. Do Control T to make it a little bit bigger than the actual thing. Apply the transformation and lower the opacity a bit. And make sure you put the copy layer underneath the real layer. But then again, you probably want to duplicate the layer. Keep it exactly where it is. Go into Edit. You could probably do... Whoops. You're going to flip it over. Let me fix this a bit. There we go. Again, we're going to lower it by a lot. Put half of it off the page. Now, again, there's something wrong here. Let me just erase this. This is only if you're fancy. But experience doesn't look the same as our theme we're going for here. Alt, black and white circle, hue and saturation. Check use previous layer to clipping mask. Click OK. And then we're going to blend it in to fix with our style here. If you like lots of saturation to brighten it up a little bit, or dehydrated saturation, or just lightness, darkness, you know, all that stuff. But I'm going to keep it a little bit light, about 2%, maybe 3%, and turn up the saturation, and keep it a nice color that's going to blend in with our layer here. Looking good. Now you could just tidy everything up a little bit. There you go. Now let's compare this a little bit. Looks slightly different. Well, just change this a bit, spread it out. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our little blast stuff. I don't know what you like to call it, but more like a shooting star, collider, paranova, I don't know. So now we're going to put one of these underneath the experience. There we go. A little bit stretched out. Back it up. Place the file. Blah. Maybe we want to put this underneath here. Put this underneath there. Layer here. What we're going to do is going to go into screen it. Take this race and just go crazy with it. Try not to take away any of the lighting effects on it, because we need that. That's going to make it look quite nice. Well, that's a little bit laggier on Photoshop. Okay. Just doing this quite quickly. Then you're gonna copy it again, put it above it, edit, transform, flip. There you go. You can change it to anywhere you want it. Want it big, want it small, want it longer, want it shorter. This will all help you. There you go. Now, that's pretty much all you would need with it. But if you're kind of that social guy, trying to maintain a fairly decent Twitch page, you would just throw in a little bit of extra stuff, you know, grab that Twitter thing, put it in there. It's your design. You could do whatever you want with it. Photoshop's all about testing, so you could try different things with the design I'm giving you here. Maybe just throw in that YouTube. Whoa. There we go. I don't know what you guys like or what social things you got, but whatever. In the pack I'm giving you, my Panics, you'll have most of the things. It goes from like networks to everything. Yeah, so leave a like if you liked the video. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Twitch background. And part 3 of the info box and the clickable links and such. So I always like the comments to tell me if you have any trouble with it, if you want a template, if you like anything. Let me know in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Once again, thanks for watching. This was Extreme Noob Assassin or Nigel, your Pixel King. And that's me, signing off. Adios, guys.